But let's talk about the Los Angeles Dodgers. And joining me now is Dave Roberts, the skipper of the Dodgers. And Dave, thank you so much for being with us. I know you guys have a 3-game series there in Washington. Let's first go back to just yesterday's game. Max Muncy is a guy that does not make a lot of errors. In fact, it was his first error at second base this year. What was your takeaway from that play?
It's tough because Max is such a great ball player. The bat and that play right there, I know he'd love to have it back, but I'm going to keep running him out there. And you know, baseball is a tough game, but you got to turn the page and try to win a ball game. But that scene right there, we all feel for him right now.
Yeah, and this is something you've always told us, Dave, that you can deal with physical errors if it just happens, but you can't deal with the mental error. And I think that one was just clearly physical. Can you expound on that a bit?
Yeah, it was. I mean, this guy works hard. I mean, he works hard every day on his defense, his base running. He's in the cage all the time. And I think the quick thing is people say that he takes his offense to defense, but that's something that Max has never done. That's not who he is. And, you know, you can't make every play. And I think right now it just snowballed on him. And, you know, we lost a tough game, but it was still a good series. And he'll be in there tonight, and I expect him to play good defense and get a couple hits for us.
You know, it's funny because when Mookie Betts was struggling at the plate, Dave, people said it's because he decided to go vegan. When Justin Turner's struggling, it's because he decided to be dairy-free. I think it's safe to say with Max Muncy, you can put a little bit of the blame on a torn UCL. Are we unfairly judging him when he's coming off of that injury?
I think so. I'll be the one to kind of go to bat for Max in this sense. He'll never admit it, but you know, when you're coming from a really bad injury like that, and that last lever, that extension piece to stay through the baseball, that's something he hasn't been able to do. And, you know, physically, I think that the strength is there, but there's a psychological part of it that you got to be able to trust that the injury is all healed up. So anyone that comes off a big injury, you know, that first couple months, it's hard and it's an adjustment. So I trust the person, trust the player, but I do believe that injury from last year is kind of carrying over. But with that said, Alana, we're not going to make excuses, and he's going to get through it. I know he is.
You guys are in one heck of a stretch right now, Dave, playing 31 games in 30 days, and it's a rough stretch. You're in that second week of it, so the depth is going to be tested. How are you faring, and where do you go from here?
We're faring. I think it certainly helps when you're winning ball games. We're playing good baseball. Tony Gonsolin gave us a great outing last night or yesterday. Offensively, you see Mookie has really caught fire. Freddie's been consistent. JT, Trea Turner, these guys are starting to swing the bats much better. I think we're playing good baseball overall, catching the baseball. So, you know what, Alana, everyone's kind of going through it. We're in the middle of this 31 in 30 days. No one's going to feel sorry for the Los Angeles Dodgers. We just got to go out there and play good baseball and, you know, win today. And that's kind of what we're trying to do.
Yeah, Trea Turner goes back to where he started as far as the Nationals are concerned, and he's been some kind of special for you. You knew that, though, before you got him. What has he brought to the club?
You know what he's got? He brought, obviously, you know, you can speak of the athleticism, the skill set. But I think what I love about Trea is he doesn't fret. There's a turn the page aspect to him. When there's something really good happens or something bad that happens, he just really quick to turn the page. And, you know, coming to Nats Park, I've seen him plenty of times on the other side wearing that Nationals uniform. So coming here in a Dodger uniform, I like that much better.
Yeah, no question about it. A 14-game hitting streak for Trea Turner. Now, we need to talk about Clayton Kershaw, of course, on the IL now. Where is he in his progress, Dave?
You know, he's back home in Texas, kind of resting, and I think he's slated to join us in Arizona. We go to Arizona after this trip to D.C., and at that point in time, I think he's going to pick up a baseball and resume his catch play. It hasn't been too long, so I don't think the buildup will take that long, Alana, but I just, as you know, Clayton, we can't put a timeline on him. I don't know. I just do know that he's going to get back as soon as he possibly can.
All right, you have Tyler Anderson going tonight, then you have Walker Buehler, Julio Urias. So how big has Ryan Pepiot been for you, Dave, and what would you like to see in terms of his development?
Ryan's a good kid. I think that it's a plus fastball. It's a plus change. There's a slider in there. He made a start for us. I think that I expect to see him again sometime this summer. It just speaks to the depth that we have in our system. You got Pepio, you've got Bobby Miller coming, Landon Knack. There's some other big arms that people don't even know about. So credit to the scouting and player development. But yeah. Tyler Anderson going tonight. We need him to go deep. Our bullpen's sort of spent, and we got our ace Walker Buehler going on Tuesday, and he had a good pen yesterday in Philadelphia, so I expect him to throw the baseball really well on Tuesday.
Yeah, and it seems like this club never skips a beat. You still have the best starters ERA. You still have the best ERA in all of baseball. How big has Mark Pryor been in terms of the tutelage of those arms?
Mark is he's a rock star, and I'm hesitant to speak so highly of Mark because we need him here with us. So it's just that kind of skill of already done it. He's intelligent. He's a good listener. Players, pitchers trust him. He works hard. And Daniel Lehman, who works right alongside with him, those guys run prevention with Connor McGinnis are fantastic. So, regardless of who we're running out there, we're always somewhere at the top as far as preventing runs. So I'm very lucky to have those guys around me.
Yeah, high praise from a UCLA guy for a USC guy. Dave Roberts, best of luck tonight against the Nationals in this 3-game set. Thanks for the time, Skip.
All right, Lana, take care.